Hey, what's going on, traders? This is Talent2303 with Tradelab. Today, I'm going to teach you how to build another strategy from a YouTube video. We're going to go start to finish. I'm going to show you how to set up all the different alerts and indicators. I'm not going to run through the entire video because it just takes too long. And honestly, I'm not really sure on how YouTube's copyright stuff plays out. But I do want to remind you that Tradelab has now changed its pricing, and it's now $50 a month for unlimited alerts, unlimited strategies, unlimited bots. You can set up any strategy you want. They have multiple exchanges. We'll have some new announcements coming out in the near future that are pretty exciting also. So the strategy I'm going to bring to you today is by Switch Stats. The strategy says make $500 per day with a simple day trading strategy. It says it's good for Forex, crypto, gold, and stocks. I've gone ahead and I've put all the different indicators and rules here in my notes app. I will put the link to the video in the description of this video. I will also share this strategy in the community browser on Tradelab when it's uploaded so you can see how it's doing, whether it's making a profit or not. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to do the short version of the strategy on the Talon 2303 crypto trading YouTube channel. And you can just get a basic run through of what the strategy is. I'll show you the basic setup of the indicators. If you want the longer version of this strategy build, less editing, more comprehensive, that is going to be on Tradelab's YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the Tradelab YouTube channel and the Talent 2303 channel. Don't forget to join Tradelab's Discord, where we will be on there in the mornings helping you figure out how to do the different strategies you want to do. You can come to us privately, or you can share something in the comments below, and I can do a video in the future. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get to our Tradingview chart. I'm going to do this on ADA. I kind of went through a couple different coins this morning, looking to see what seemed to work and what didn't. And I didn't see a whole lot where this had great results, but I found a couple winning trades in ADA. So we're going to give this a shot. This is supposed to be a one trade per day type strategy. So a true day trading strategy as opposed to a multiple scalps per day. Probably a smarter way to go anyway. So let's see. Our first indicator is going to be momentum based zigzag by Peter O. If you want to see the details of this indicator or all the indicators on here, I'm not going to go through it all. I'm just going to go through the basic signals, but you can watch the original video in the description below. Our second indicator, super trend. I already know from past experience that the Tradingview super trend doesn't have all the alerts we need. So we're going to use super trend by this dude. Can't pronounce his name. Just go with that. Okay, our next indicator is going to be ADX. Okay, the only changes to these indicators that we need to make for that are going to affect our strategy at all is we need to put a line at the 20 level on the ADX. You don't even really need to do this because we're going to automate this in Tradelab, but we'll put it here just so we can kind of see what's going on, understand this a little bit better. So 20, leave that there. So the basic premise of this is that we want to wait for super trend to be green. And when we get a long signal, we want to make sure that the ADX is above 20. And we'll go long. We want the stop loss to be at the super trend line, which we can't really see here, somewhere around here. And we want the take profit to be 1.5 times this. Looks like, oh, we would have gotten this one. Okay. Well, maybe, depending on where the super trend was. Let's see. Look at our data window. Super trend. This is going to be, we're going to look at the uptrend value on this candle. Uptrend is 0.260. Okay. Well, if we do 0.260, I guess that one is still playing out. Let's see if we can find a winner. Again, I'm making no promises on whether this strategy is profitable or not. I'm just showing you how to build it in Tradelab. This one would not take. That one would not either because we're below the 20 on the ADX. This is a valid long signal right here. So I think a lot of these people who do these YouTube videos showing these winning strategies probably go back and cherry pick data. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to show you how to build this, and then you can use these templates to adjust how you want and or use them to figure out how to build a strategy that works for you. This one would have been a winner right here. So we're above 20. You got the long signal while super trend is green. 1.5 times the risk. We're good. Sell signal. So this would have been, this one would have been valid right here, because the sell signal is exactly the opposite of the buy. So we're under the super trend, or super trend is red. Got the sell signal. This is barely above 20, still good to go. So we're going to do the short. Going to put the stop loss at the super trend, and we're going to do 1.5 times the risk. Oh, that would have been a winner right there. So now we're going to figure out how to automate this in Tradelab. Okay. So let's go and create a new strategy. Go up here and hit the plus button. Okay. Now that we're in this, we're going to name this. So what is this video called? $500 debt per day. Let's call this $500 per day simple strat. Okay. So when I end up sharing this at the end in the community browser, this is what you're going to look for. We'll go over that again. The first thing I'm going to do is when I make these strategies, I like to have two variables that separate all my strategies from each other. So the message that goes into Tradingview is unique. So we're going to go here and we're going to make an alphanumeric variable called label. We're going to make another one called time frame. Then we're going to come up here and we're going to edit these. We're going to do read only and show and setup. Save it. Do the same thing for label. Read only, show and setup. Save that. Now, when we do the strategy setup over here, I'm going to save this. Now, when we do the strategy setup, you pick the exchange you're going to use. You're going to pick your symbol. We're doing ADA, USDT. We're going to create a label. So we'll call this, I don't know if we can use characters probably, but $500 per. And we're going to do this on the 15-minute time frame. We're going to hit continue. That's done. Now, when we make the different alerts and we pull them in, that's going to be unique in the messages. I will show you that. Let's see, so for our alerts, well, let's do some variables first. So we're going to need super trend green, EX above 20. So make two variables. One is going to be true false. Call it super green. And then we're going to do another true false. ADX above 20. Okay. Now we're going to go to our alerts. So for the ADX above 20, we're going to go here. So you'll normally see this alert window right here. We're going to go right below the alerts to the data window. And you'll see that ADX is right here, and there's a value right here. Now, if you scroll back through each candle, that value is going to change. So we are going to constantly monitor this value, and we want to make sure it's above 20. So I've said this in videos before, but I'm going to teach it again. When you create a data alert, when there's a value right here, it's going to be represented by a plot number. Like Supertrend right here has multiple plot numbers. The ADX only has one. Every data point plot number starts with 0. So on the Supertrend, this would be uptrend would be 0. Uptrend begins would be 1. Buy would be 2. Downtrend 3. Downtrend begins 4. Sell 5. And then there's another one right here that we can't see, but that would be plot 6. ADX only has plot 0. We're going to go in here and create alert for ADX data. You're going to hit the plus button. It's going to make a new alert. Call it ADX data here. Change this to strategy variable label. We call this time frame. Dynamic. Oops. Strategy variable time frame. That's from our variables that we put in over here. We are also going to create a field called ADX data. It's going to be a number. Make it dynamic. And it is going to come from plot number 0 in Tradingview. So we are going to place the ADX indicator on your chart. Let's see how we're going to make that come in. So ADX greater than, say, 5. We could do once per minute or once per bar close. Let's do once per minute so we can actually see it coming in while we're doing this, because it's going to take 15 minutes per alert if we do it the other way. So we're going to wait to do the rest of this until we get it in here. I just wanted to see what this was going to say. So, and create an alert for then -5. Here we'll do -5. Okay, so all our information, save. We're going to create this one right now because then we can just make sure that it's populating correctly. So we'll drag this over into our rules. So we're going to change this right here for strategy trade settings symbol. This is so if you copy this and use another coin, you don't have to do this later. Label, I'm going to change this strategy variable label. my bad. We're going to change the strategy variable label and this strategy variable time frame. Now, we're going to delete this here in a second, but what we're going to do is do strategy variable. When this alert comes through, we're going to set the strategy variable ADX. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we need to make another variable first. So we're going to do ADX value. It's going to be a number. Okay. Now we'll change this to ADX value. It's going to come from custom alert ADX data. Delete this. Now this will populate every minute. We're going to copy this to our exit rules, which are our in-trade rules. Doesn't really need to be there, but it's going to allow us to monitor that all the time. Okay. Now we can make another rule underneath this. We'll do that in our. Okay. Now we're going to do our next alert. We need a super trend green. We got that variable in here. So we'll create another alert. We're going to need 2 alerts. First one we're going to do, let's say, 5 day strat. Plus, now we'll use this for all the rest of our alerts in this strategy. So this is going to be super trend green. Don't need data alert. Oh, you know what? We do need a super trend data, but we'll do that in a minute because we're going to use that for our stop loss. But we'll do this. Both of these will be strategy variable, label, time frame. Call this super trend green. Save it. Let's go back in. Super trend. Let's see. Super trend buy. Let's close. Oops. So we'll do super trend green. We'll save this. Now we're going to need one for red. So we're going to copy this, but we'll just change the message. Red. Sell. And we'll change this to red. Okay, and we'll save that. Now we've got our data alert, super trend green, red. Now we're also going to need momentum based. Uh-oh. Okay. So I just realized something. Before I started making this strategy, I never checked to make sure that the long and short signals were actual alerts, and they're not. So we can't use this unless somebody figures out a way to make this a long and a short signal. So I just took a little break here and I looked for a different zigzag indicator and I found this one. So I'm going to show this to you real quick. And it actually looks like it might work better. So this one actually has the alerts. It's higher low and lower high, but if you go here, go here, add alert, it has bullish direction, bearish direction. So I'm guessing that the bullish direction is the green labels right here. Bearish is red, and already this appears to give better entries. Let's move this right here. So if we're doing 1 to 1.5, I mean, you can make much bigger moves off of this. So we're modifying this strategy on the run because that other one didn't work. So here's another, it's above 20, this be a short signal. 1.5. Yeah, be good. All right, let's try this instead. Maybe we'll have a better strategy. So I'm going to show you what I just found. So I went here, I just typed in zigzag. And this one is the Zigzag Plus by Dev Lucem. So let's favorite that. So we're going to use this for our alert instead. Let's see what we were doing here. So, all right. Let's go and going to create an alert. Bullish direction once per bar close. Zigzag buy. So put what was it called? Bullish direction. We'll just call this buy. So this is going to be using our $500 per day alert template. Going to delete that. Don't need this. Zigzag buy. I guess we call this zigzag. And zigzag buy. We're also going to copy this, change it up, sell, change this to bearish. Cancel this for. Okay, we're going to copy this. Going to edit it. Sell. Bearish. So, okay, we're good. Save. So we got our data, super trend, buy, sell, and we also need a super trend data because that's what we're going to use it for our stop loss. So we're going to create another alert, call this super trend data. Trend data. So to have this one feed into Tradingview, we're going to look at what our different options are. We're going to pick greater than. We're not going to use uptrend because that is not constantly on here. But plot 6 is. So we'll do plot 6, do greater than -5 because I've had good luck with below 0. Sometimes Tradingview has a problem with just 0. I don't know why, but so say plot 6 and -5. Do you want to permit it? Super trend data. Now we also need to, and we'll do this dynamic symbol label time frame. It's not going to be ADX data. We need the things we need out of here are going to be uptrend, downtrend, and plot 6. So when there's a value for uptrend, we need that to be inputted into Tradelab. I'm hoping it gives more than just 26 or 27, but I guess we'll figure that out here shortly. If not, we may need to find another super trend indicator or something else to use for stop loss. So let's try this while we're here. For now, we'll have this. So we're going to call this uptrend. We'll do string because there is going to be a null value also. Uptrend is plot 0. Quickly change these strategy variables. Okay, we're going to add downtrend. Downtrend 0, 1, 2, 3, plot 3. And plot 6. Oops. Plot number, and we already know that's 6. Okay, save that. Let's go ahead and we'll create our data alerts in Tradingview. So since we're on that already, we'll do the super trend indicator. We'll see what our value is going to be. So I just copied the webhook. I'm going to do that first. Here, going to delete this, paste in my webhook. Got plot 6 greater than -5 once per minute. I'm going to go back to Tradelab, super trend data, paste that. Just click on this to copy our message here. Well, that in here. We also need to make variables for, skip the rest for now because we don't have variables for uptrend, downtrend, and plot 6. So trend, we're going to do alphanumeric because there will be a null message. Numeric. This will be a number, but it's okay. Plot 6. So we're going to go back to our alerts. I'm going to save this just in case. I'm going to grab my super trend data, place this over here. Just like for the other rules, we're going to change strategy trade settings to symbol so you can use whatever coin you want later. Change this strategy variable label and this strategy variable time frame. So this is going to recognize the information coming in from Tradingview. When we get this, we want it to populate the strategy variable uptrend from custom alert uptrend. I'm going to set our strategy variable downtrend from our custom alert downtrend. And set plot 6 variable from custom alert 6. Okay. Now we can remove these. We're going to copy this to the other side. And for good measure, we're going to save. Okay, so let's make our ADX data in Tradingview while we're thinking about it. So we're going to come down here to the ADX, create an alert. Greater than, what would we say in our message here? Greater than -5 also. -5 once per minute. This is going to be a different webhook. So click to copy. Paste that right here. Go to settings. Click to copy ADX data. You can type it in if you want. I'm lazy. And we'll put our message in here. See, this is why we put the label and time frame in our variables here. It puts our symbol, ADA USDT, label $500 per day, time frame 15 minutes. We will create that. Done with that, we can do rest of our alerts. We'll do super trend green. Super trend buy, once per bar close. Again, this is going to be a different webhook, so we're going to copy this. Paste this in here. Oops. Supertrend green, supertrend buy, we're good. Now we need our supertrend red. Should be the same webhook. We'll copy it anyway. Create alert. Supertrend sell. Bar close. Sure, our webhook is good. Copy supertrend red. Copy our message. Create that alert. Next, we'll do our zigzag buy. So going to use our bullish. We'll copy this hook. Create an alert. Bullish direction. Once per bar close. Change our webhook. Zigzag buy. Let me make sure that's correct. That's why. Okay. Zigzag buy. Copy our webhook. Oops. Next, we'll do zigzag sell. Copy our webhook. Barrett. Bar close. And we got our super trend data. I think that's all the alerts we need. Let's see. Got our variables. Okay, cool. We got all the information we need in downtrend. Sure, matches. Okay. So you can see we have our data already coming in. So we have the ADX value. We have the current downtrend value. We got our label, our plot value. Uptrend is null. Perfect. Now we are going to do our next alerts. So for our variables, let's see. We need ADX. It's not above 20. That's good. Supertrend green is false. That's true because we got a draft. I don't, you know what? I don't think we made that rule yet. It's just false because. So we want to make an entry rule for supertrend green. So when supertrend green comes in, we also want to do this to symbol, strategy variable label. strategy variable time frame, just like the other ones. When this comes through, we want to set strategy variable super trend green to true. We're going to copy this to the other side too. We're going to save it. Now, when super trend red comes in, we're going to change this to now when super trend red comes in, I'm going to change this to symbol. Strategy variable label. Oops. Strategy variable time frame. Is that you? Set. Strategy variable super trend green. False. Save it. Copy to the other side. Save it again. Okay. So since we are red right now, we're going to leave this the way it is. That's good. Now we need to set up our entry rules. Hold on, I'm going to get a little drink of cold coffee. Okay. For a long, we need our entry signal is going to be the long on zigzag. We need our super trend to be green, ADX to be above 20. So we're going to go to our alerts. The zigzag buy is going to be our long signal. Just call this long entry. Do the same thing here. Just symbol, strategy variable label, strategy variable time frame. Save. Okay. So when this comes in, we also need it to make sure that our super trend variable is true. So we're going to add that here, custom variable. Super green equals true. Okay. And then the other thing we need is our strategy variable ADX above 20 to be true. Or you know what? We don't need that variable. Rather than take the extra step, let's remove this. We're going to do the strategy variable ADX value. Greater than or equal to, oh, let's say greater than 20. That's the right. Greater than 20. But I also, ADX value greater than 20. So I like these to look in order. So we're going to move these up. ADX greater than 20, true. Okay. What we also have to do, which we haven't done yet, is create lines. So in order for us to use the rest of our stuff to create the actual trade we need to make a stop loss and a take profit. So we're going to make a stop loss, just one. Going to use a USD exact price. Next, close position, markets, stop line. We're going to also add a take profit. Just one. Use exact USD price. Going to close position, but a limit order. Tick line, true. Okay. Now, in our entry rule, we are going to use our other variables to set these prices. So we're going to, when this comes in, set the strategy line, stop line price equal to strategy variable. Yep, we do our, there we go, uptrend in there. Uptrend. Save. And then in order to get our 1.5 risk to reward, we are going to need, okay, let's make a couple more variables. Delete the above 20 because we have that being done already. We're going to make two more variables. Going to be numbers. One is going to be temp math. The other one, entry price. Now, we actually need another indicator on our chart for this. So let's go back to Tradingview. We're going to use the indicator that I like to use to track the price. We'll do price closes. We need, so I'll show you here. If you go to the data window, our close price is always going to be the current value. If we go to right here, we're going to use plot bar open for our signal, giving our data to Tradelab, but our plot bar close, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, plot 3, that's going to be our current price. So we're going to go over here into our alerts again. Going to create another one, call this current price. And 4, 5. Okay. Place the price on your chart. Okay. Plot bar open. Greater than. Go -5. It's just going to be constantly tracking the price. We are going to delete these. Make these dynamic. Label time frame. this price. It's also going to be dynamic, and we're going to come from plot number 3. And so we're going to create this in Tradingview. Webhook. Pop bar open. Greater than -5 once per minute. Current price 500. Message. Great. We're done. Now we're going to pull this into our entry rules. Save. Change this strategy trade setting symbol. Strategy variable label. Strategy variable time frame. Remove that. Did we do a variable for current price? Number, just call it price. Okay. Then set the strategy variable price from the custom alert. Save it. Copy to the other side. Save that too. We're going to move this up. Okay. Now, we've got our stop line equaling uptrend. Now we need to subtract that from the current price and then multiply that by 1.5 and then add it again to the current price in order to get our 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. So then set, let's see. Set our strategy variable temp math equal to strategy variable price, because that is going to be the bigger number than the uptrend value. Then every time you do math, it stores the number you get in the variable to the left. So then we'll subtract strategy variable temp math from uptrend. Then we're going to multiply temp math times 1.5. Then we are going to add temp math to the price. Then we are going to set strategy line, take line, price. Make sure you put price in there to strategy variable temp. Save. Then we are going to place the order. So now we have our stop line price, our take line price, and we've got our order placed. It should be good to go for our long entry. Now we need our short entry. For our short entry, we're going to use the zigzag cell. Drag that over. Save. Change this to strategy trade settings. Simple. Strategy variable. Label. Time frame. Okay, just like here, but the opposite, we need for our strategy variable super trend green to be false. And we need ADX value greater than 20. Save. We're just going to constantly save just in case. I'm going to move these above. Okay, then we want to set strategy line, stop line price equal to strategy variable downtrend. Okay. Now, in order to do the math for our take profit, we need to, our downtrend value is going to be more than our price. So we're going to set strategy variable temp math to downtrend. Then we're going to set entry price to price. Save this. So now we're going to subtract strategy variable temp math minus strategy variable price. Going to deploy strategy variable temp math times 0.5. We are going to subtract the strategy variable entry price from temp math, because entry price is now a bigger number than this. Then set strategy line take line price to strategy variable entry price. Save. Then we're going to place the order. Okay. I believe that is the whole strategy. Oh, you know what we did not do, which is extremely important, is we need, when this happens, we need set strategy trade settings side to buy. We did not do that. That would be a problem. We're going to save that. We're also going to move this all the way up to the top because that's the most important part of this. Do the same thing here. We are going to set strategy trade settings side sell. If you don't do that, you're going to trade the wrong way half the time. To the top. Save. Save again. Okay. Got our price coming in. We got all our numbers, all our variables are coming through. We've got our downtrend. We got lot 6 price, super trend. Everything's tracking the correct way. Now we need to wait and see. I'm going to come over here. I am going to call this $500 simple strat. Okay. I'll allow everybody to copy it, follow it in case we make any changes. I'll come up with an image here in a little while. I'll share that up there. I'm going to save this again. Okay. Now we wait. So, got that built. We'll see how it goes. You can check back in the community browser and see how it's doing. It's going to be right here. It'll have a different picture, but it will have like, it'll have like here, this one obviously did not do that well, and neither did this one. Oh, I guess I should probably, let's go back into here. And we need to go to the trade settings, market orders. I'm going to do a percentage. I'll do 1% on 2x. Just see what happens. Good, maybe I'll up that false. Save. Okay, now our trade is active. So when you come into the community browser, you just want to save that. You will see it right here. I'll put a different picture on there. We'll see how it goes. After we have these run for a while, we'll do some videos seeing if we can improve them, going over why it did or did not work. But for now, like, share, and subscribe. Join us in Tradelab's Discord. If you have any questions, you can go there. You can ask us in the live chat. We'll go over stuff every day with you. Miles and I will try to be there in the morning. Again, Tradelab is now $50 for unlimited everything. Unlimited alerts, unlimited strategies, unlimited bots, really. Tons of different exchanges, great value. If you have any strategies you would like to see turned into bots, feel free to message me in the comments below. You can message me on Tradelab's Discord, and yeah, we'll see how this does. I'll see you guys in the next video, or I'll see you on Tradelab's Discord.